Ladies and gentlemen, the dark voice comes from the background this time because the front is reserved for 4 happy campers. Very happy campers. It's XPG4 with Gina and Bren, Anna and Michelle. And we have the new team member here, Anna. You must be just overwhelmed by joy.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm feeling excited. It was a great meet, great start. Yeah, it's great.
Tell me the whole story. I just want to sit here and listen because I'm sure you have so much great things to tell everybody about this year. Well, actually, we could talk about 3 years or 2 years and then go through the whole story, but that would be too long, too much. Let's just reduce it to the story of this lineup, which is a pretty short story actually, but with a lot of information. So who wants to tell the story?
I'll tell it.
Okay.
So we had a very unexpected lineup change in the middle of December. We're actually in the middle of a camp, and unfortunately Morgan had to step down from the team, and then we had about 2 weeks to schedule tryouts. We had a list of 4 girls that we wanted to try, and Anna was on the list, and so we did a tunnel camp here, and then everyone came out to Arizona and we did a day of jumping, and we picked Anna.
And that was in
January, middle
January
yeah.
2022. That is.
Yeah.
Which
So,
means like last month.
Yes. Yeah. So I think our tunnel was the first weekend in January, and then our jumping was the second weekend for tryouts. And then within a week we made the decision, and we started our team training February 1st.
Yeah.
So it's been a very packed schedule. So we were here flying as a team. We've done maybe 10 hours as a team. Anna came to Arizona and did some 2-on-2 with me, Nick, and Mikhail. But then in between all that, they've been flying with Kirk and BK and Doug and Steve, and so they've been on it. So we're really happy with the effort that everyone's put in to kickstart this team lineup, and so we're all very happy.
Have you quit your job yet?
No. Is this off the record? No. So my job is fully remote, so I'm learning some of the, tricks from Michelle. I'm able to kind of schedule things around training, or if I have to run downstairs, and jump on a call, I'm able to. But so far, I've been able to manage.
This was now believe it or not for the audience, but this was your first AAA class competition, right?
Correct. Yeah, it was.
And you ended up with what? Kind of
Second, I think.
25 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who does that.
So it can be done with a lot of training, I guess. And if you train every day and you study and all that, and so but within a month.
Yeah.
Yes.
The proof is in the pudding.
So looking forward, there's so much more to say, about Anna's history. We know some of that has been covered already by the famous NSL news, and we know where you're coming from and all that. Few people probably know or are aware that this was your first AAA class competition. So that's something pretty special, I think. For your former teammate too, though, right?
Yeah, for Carl as well on rhythm.
Yeah, did you discuss this with him?
We had, of course, good camaraderie. Being able to cheer them on. They were in the chamber with us. It was really, really awesome to see them too. And it's a new lineup there, so they did great. So it was cool to see. We're very, encouraging of each other. So.
Did they see it as a possibility that your team could be his team at the?
I don't know. We didn't talk about that.
Yeah, you didn't.
My old teammates were maybe betting on it, I think. But.
So, what do you think? Who trained more? He with the rhythm lineup, or you with
don't know.
G4?
That's a good question for you guys. I know they put a lot of hard work in as well. I wouldn't know who. They had a lot of hours, but I don't know how many.
But anyhow, fact is, you ended up in second place, as you said, 25 plus something after a month with Anna in the lineup. And we also had some lineup changes, right? I think only 2 people you are in the same slot.
I'm in the same slot. Yeah, Michelle moved.
Michelle.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel as Gina's peace partner and
It
in the
feels
points
great.
list?
It feels great. I think that's one reason why we've been very successful with this change. Not only because Anna's personality fits in great, so we have really nice team dynamics, but Gina and I were peace partners, before in 4-way in the back piece, and we've been teammates on 8-way, so we fly very well together, and it makes it easy just to plug Anna in. And then the same thing with the girls here. Bren has really taken on a leadership role in the back piece and, helping, get Anna up to speed and everything. And so everything's working out really well, I think.
Have we talked about yet that we have also Gina and Michelle here as reigning 8-way world champions, just by the way? So.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have ever talked about this yet. And I don't know, right now it's about G4, but you cannot ignore that. So, and you're going into double duties. You continue with 4-way and 8-way, while ESP, now they've stepped out of it. So what was your reasoning? They stepping out of it, to make it possible to focus on 4-way, and you stayed in it. Gina, what's behind that?
I think it's, along the lines of we want to keep the legacy going of XP8 and XPG4. This is home to us, and I think it's really important for both categories that we keep it alive. So with Michelle and I being able to do both, it allows Anna time for work and Bryn time to work. We just have to balance a little bit more, but it keeps us current as well. So I don't know if we went into it. I actually thought that this year would be a building year once we changed lineup, and it's gone above and beyond what I expected, even on the 4-way. So we were ready to use it as a building year, but now we've got a little bit of fire under us, and I think we're just going to keep trucking along with it.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this a little bit last year, is that Gina and I have been on 8-way and 4-way together since 2015, so it's, we've just always been doing this double duty for years, so.
But you ain't seen nothing yet.
I know.
Because you haven't really done double duties yet.
Yeah.
They are coming up at you, and you will have long days in
We
Eloy.
did it at the indoor meet. At the World Indoor Meet in 2019, we had the girls line up for 4-way, and then we had 8-way. So we got a taste of it.
A little bit, yeah. Indoor is always a little bit easier. It doesn't stretch out so long. You'll have 5 long days probably there, and so we're challenging. Plus, we saw how it did not work for the French team in Tanai. Well, you can, you are G4, so you will show everybody how it's being done. So, Bren, how did you coach your peace partner?
How did you coach me?
I'm just flying together in the tunnel. We have this awesome tool here, and Anna doesn't live very far away. She does travel about like an hour and a half, right? If she doesn't stay with Gina and Kirk. And Gina worked with us together, and Kirk helped us out in BK, as well as flying with Rhythm. And then me and Anna doing a couple of other things with Nick, and just the 2 of us on any amount of tunnel time possible, even if it's at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. So I would say that's, a lot of good communication between the 2 of us. It's very easy to tell each other what we want from each other, and we both want to get better and have the piece fly better, so it's pretty easy.
So you basically you felt the differences, between her and there are probably differences anyway, because Michelle did things differently than Anna's doing right now, and you have to adjust too a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's very helpful when I can see what the pictures are supposed to look like. So if she's doing something and I can see that maybe smaller open up or something like that, it's very helpful. And having more experience this year than I did last year has made a huge difference with that. And then also like Anna's own ability to learn really fast has helped.
And then you also have a coach who knows the inside center, not quite a bit. Yeah. So I guess he had, so between Michelle and Niklas and and your peace partner, I guess you can catch up quickly if you take it serious.
Yeah.
I mean, there's homework
Definitely.
involved.
I think we both knew anytime you get a new peace partner, it's such an intimate, piece together that we would need to like break through some things, and there's some things we don't like how they feel and some things we do like, but we're not afraid to say like, hey, we maybe need to change that, or like that was really good, but we learned quickly not to like hold back with that. So I think that's been pretty good.
Yeah.
So now the skies are open for XPG4, and you may have to readjust your goals and all that for this year, or what is it? Let's talk about the future now quickly. I know nobody wanted to hear that question, but here it is. What are we doing this year?
I think it's pretty similar to the plan that we had last year. So from last year's lineup, we had maybe 100 days or so planned, and so our schedule hasn't really changed too much, but at this point we only have maybe 60 days left, so we're trying to stick with that as much as we can. We actually start jumping next Monday, so we've got 60 days of jumping.
In Arizona, where do you go?
Next week we're going to Arizona, but then we're here for the rest of the season. So it's mostly the same. We've got maybe 80 days of 8-way, I think, something like that. So both teams are starting kind of late because of some surprise lineup changes, so we're just trying to do the best that we can, but I think we'll accomplish what we want, or at least walk away happy knowing that we did the best that we could.
And you're going to a world meet this time in 4-way too. Yeah. That's after last year. Airspeed is going to the indoor World Cup. You're not.
We're not. We had planned on going, and then when everything happened, we were just focused on getting a new teammate, and we've scheduled other things over that time, so we won't make it this year.
Do you feel now after this event that you would like to go actually?
We'll let you know.
Stay tuned.
So there are some thoughts going in that direction. Okay, good to hear that. I think the registration is still open.
It is.
Okay. Well, that's enough for me, and hopefully for the audience too. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kurt.
Good luck with everything, and congratulations again for an outstanding performance here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.